GarageBand iOS has just added a brand new sound pack, the 8-bit Legends Chiptune pack, and in this video, we're going to take a look. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete. Welcome to Studio Live today. Whenever you jump into GarageBand and you see that new banner up the top there, you know you're in for something cool. And no, we're not talking about the new Logic Pro for iPad. Although if you're interested in that, I got videos here on the channel because of course I do. Check those out down in the description. But if you're a GarageBand user and you're thinking, what about me? It isn't fair. Well, guess what? You also get the 8-bit Legends Chiptune pack for free, $0, 0 UO, 0 Great British Pounds, and we're going to dive in and take a look at what's in the pack. This one comes with more than 60 Alchemy Synth sounds, 7 drum kits, more than 250 Apple loops, and of course the live loops grid. We're going to jump into GarageBand and I'm going to show you what's on offer. If you're an 80s gaming kind of person, I think you're going to really dig it. To download the new pack, just go to your sound library in GarageBand on your iPhone or your iPad and then tap on the 8-bit Legends banner. Then you can just hit the get button. It'll download all of the sounds, all of the different stuff, and then you'll be ready to start using it in your projects, which is what we're going to do right now. Let's start with Apple loops. These are probably the easiest to use in a project. We're going to go to the audio recorder, tap on that one, and then tap on the track view mode up the top here because we don't actually want to record anything. We want to go to Apple loops. So let's tap on Apple loops and jump in and take a look at this new pack. To filter by just the new pack, what we need to do is tap on the filter by button here, and here you've got sound packs. So instead of all sound packs, we want to tap on the 8-bit Legends. It's at the very top because it starts with 8, which makes it really easy. We'll go back to the filter by button and now hit the Apple loops, and look at this. We got all of our cool new Apple loops available to use. Like previous packs, our loops are grouped by different names. So if you use the ones with the same names together, they're going to work together really well, but there is nothing stopping you from mixing and matching the different loops as well. Let's pick one and dive in and take a listen, shall we? Now, I'm not going to demo every sound. You can go and play in your own time, but let's just take a look at a few. If you want to preview any of these, all you need to do is tap over here on the icon. And tap again to stop it. To use one of these, we need to tap and drag it into our project. And now if we hit play, it's right there in our project, ready to be built upon. Let's jump back into the loops and have a bit of a look here. So we've got a whole bunch of different ones. We've got Chaos Realm. That's sounding pretty cool. As we go down, we've got the Dark Forest. Sounds like my alarm that wakes me up in the morning. We've got Ghostly Theme. And if these are making you reminiscent for the 1980s, the Commodore 64, the NES, the Sega Genesis, then you're not alone, because me too. The favourite one I've found so far is this one, the Bit Bunker Beat. So I'm going to bring that in and see if that works with my original sound. There we go, drop it onto a new track, and what do these sound like together? There you go. It sounds pretty darn cool if you ask me. We also have some new Alchemy Synth sounds. So to access these, we tap the plus button down the bottom here. We're going to scroll across until we reach the keyboard instrument. And down in the bottom right here, we can tap on the More Sounds button. Now what we can do is tap Recently Downloaded and scroll down until we find the sound pack, which is this one, the 8-bit Legends. And here are all of the new sounds. Check them all out. There's a heap in there to play with. Let's just sample a couple of these and see if they're going to work with our track. Now I think we need a pad, so let's come to the pads section here. And what about the data or data streams pad? What's this one going to sound like? That's pretty cool. I think we can use that in our track. So let's hit record and record in some Alchemy sounds. There you go. I think that sounds pretty cool. Don't forget, we can also use all of the Alchemy controls here, and there's videos down in the description and here on the channel if you want to check out how to adjust your sound using the Alchemy Synth. We also have some cool new drum kits to play with. Now, there's a few ways you can add drums. The first way is to tap your plus button here, go to the drums, and in the bottom right corner, tap on More Sounds. Now, you want to go back to your main categories, make sure you're in Recently Downloaded, and then scroll down until you find the 8-bit Legends. Here are all of the packs, all of the kits that we have in this pack. You got your battle blocks, your console operator, a whole bunch of cool things. Why don't we go with the old school 8-bit, because that sounds just like me. And GarageBand will open up the kit in our drum pad view here, and we can start playing the drums. There's some very cool sounds and effects that we can use in here. So to record something in here, why don't we use a little effect here in this track? Let's hit record. So you can, of course, play in a whole drum part, but we've already got a beat there. We can use just a little bit there. If we want to change the kit here, we just tap on that one. Let's go to the console operator, and now it's going to give us a bunch of different sounds. I really like those ones. Yeah, takes you back. Now, I don't think we need this all the way through, so I'm just going to make a little accent there in the first bar. Now, the other way we can add drums, let's tap to go back to our track view, is to hit the plus button here and go into our beat sequencer. So this way we can actually get GarageBand to do some of the heavy lifting for us. To change the kit that we're using here, we tap in the bottom left, and the exact same thing again, Recently Downloaded, scroll down until we find the one we're looking for, which are these 8-bit Legends, and this time, why don't we try the Vintage Arcade kit. And the beat sequencer will immediately put in a beat that it thinks works for you. But of course, you can tap these on and off. You can create your own beat using the beat sequencer. And once again, there's a complete video about how to use the beat sequencer down in the description and right here on the channel. One of my favorite things to do with the beat sequencer is to hit this dice button, because then you get a completely random and sometimes awesome kind of sound. What have we got this time? That's pretty intense, but I kind of like it. So let's record it in. We'll hit the record button and put it in. Sounds absolutely chaotic, but don't worry, because don't forget you can edit as well. If we go back to our track view, we can edit this by tapping, hitting the edit button, and we can change this up. So we can remove this, we can simplify it, we can adjust any of the notes. And once again, if you want to learn how to edit your MIDI notes in GarageBand, you know the drill. Link in the description right here on the channel. Finally, we have the Live Loops grid. And to get to that, we need to go back to our main menu by tapping on this button here and then going into the Live Loops button up the top here. Now, the 8-bit Legends is on this final page. So there's your first page. Scroll a couple to the right and tap on the 8-bit Legends. Now, you know the drill by now. We've got a complete video in the description all about live loops. But here's a quick crash course. To play a single loop, we tap and tap again to stop. And to play a whole column, we tap the whole column. It's a pretty cool mode, especially if you are not super musically inclined. It's really easy to get up and running. My kids love playing with live loops. So jump in and explore the live loops mode as well. We can combine this with our track view and jump back to track view by hitting this button, or you can start a brand new project in live loops mode as well and just use that whole grid to record yourself a song. There you have it, the wonderful 8-bit Legends chiptune pack. I really dig this one. If you're nostalgic for that 1980s video game sound, just like I am, jump into GarageBand and check it out. Don't forget, there's a heap more GarageBand iOS videos down in the description, and I'll see you next time.